Ben Robinson had never heard of Jamie Chadwell prior to a late January 2013 phone call. With National Signing Day just over a week away, Robinson was looking for a place to play. Chadwell, on the job at Charleston Southern for barely more than a week, was looking for players.
I remember the first time I talked to him, it was late at night. It was like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I got a phone call, and I'm like, what is his number? And very first thing he asked me is, what do you run a 40 in? I was like, 4.4. He was like, that's believable. You want a scholarship?
Robinson has taken full advantage of his only scholarship offer, helping the Bucs to the most successful stretch in program history. The 5'7" speedster contributed immediately, starring in his college debut and giving CSU an edge threat in its option running game. The coaches put Robinson on the field due to his grasp of the offense, one that may not have been as extensive as they believed.
Playing as a true freshman, it was very interesting because everyone thought that I was so good and I knew what I was doing, but I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just asking Christian Reyes for the plays every time. I was like, what do I have right here? What do I have right here? And he would tell me exactly what I would do every single play.
Robinson made more plays as a sophomore, rushing for 505 yards and 4 touchdowns. More of the same followed last year, as he averaged over 6 yards per carry to help CSU to a Big South Conference title. Classmates Darius Hammond and Mike Holloway garner most of the attention among CSU's group of running backs, but Robinson doesn't mind, according to Coach Newland Isaac.
Oh, he's never cared about that stuff. I mean, personality-wise, he's probably the more vocal leader in my room over the other two. He just has an outgoing personality, great personality, never complains about those other two guys getting all the hype or any of that stuff. He don't care about that. I mean, he just goes out and play.
This week, Robinson gets a chance to play at home in Tallahassee, Florida, a place he rushed for 1,475 yards as a senior at Lincoln High School, a powerhouse program that's produced over a dozen NFL players. Robinson sat in the stands for more than a few games at Bobby Bowden Field, and more than a few family and friends will be in those same seats to watch the Bucs line up against the Seminoles on Saturday.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, 30 plus actually. It is pretty cool. I grew up going to the Florida State games and always watching them as a little kid, and it's exciting to be able to play a game of my last season ever playing football back at my hometown.
Back in Tallahassee is where the criminal justice major hopes to be next fall. He aspires to attend law school at Florida State and will tackle the challenge of the LSAT once football is done. A 3.6 GPA and a vision for his future give Robinson a chance to realize another dream.
Great student. We have these end of the year meetings with them, end of semester, end of the year meetings with them all the time. And you talk about their plan, what do they want to do after they get done. And he's one that you can sit down and when you bring that up, he has a whole list of everything of how he wants to plan, how's he wanted it to go, and his plan for how he's going to go about it. I mean, he's on top of that, and it's awesome to have one that can sport a 3.6 GPA. It's a great player, has a plan for his future. It's been great to have.